helps when we have a fitness expert, Debra Atkinson, who's joining us, and we're talking flipping 50, right? And okay, and some wonderful things that maybe you didn't realize about things that break down as we get older, as many of us experience, especially bright and early on a Monday morning.
Yeah, especially if you've already exceeded that 50-year mark, when things start to break down a little bit quicker.
All 50.
Yes, we're all 50.
We're all experiencing some of those things. So what specifically are we talking about today?
Really talking about fast twitch muscle fiber.
Okay,
so
what is that?
Yeah, that's that thing that if you catch your toe on the rug, if you don't have it, you're going down. But if you've got it, you can react and catch yourself.
All right, your cat-like reflexes.
Exactly.
Okay.
So muscles that react very quickly that help stabilize us, or
they help stabilize and they help us right ourselves if we're not stable. So that ice that we know is coming,
right?
We all need it. Doesn't matter if you're 30 or you're 60, because we think of it as an older adult problem,
right? Of
but
falling,
it starts at age 30.
Okay.
We start losing fast twitch muscle fiber then, and we lose it twice as fast as slow twitch. So
we have a slow twitch too. Okay.
But that's easy to hold on to. So we've got to worry more about the fast twitch muscle fiber.
All right, just to keep yourself safe is what we're talking about, right?
So
so how do we do that? What are we doing wrong?
Well, there's 3 mistakes we make when we exercise. So even those of us who are diligent, we're unintentionally making mistakes. One is we're exercising slow and controlled, which sounds really good, right?
Right.
But we're not hitting that fast twitch muscle fiber if we do that. Second mistake is when we do lift weights, we lift really light. And we're trying again to be safe, protect our joints, and do things wisely. But we miss again the chance to get that fast twitch fiber. And the third thing is when we practice balance, and we need to do that, we do it in a quiet, dark environment. That is never when we fall. Ever.
Yeah, if we fell on the sidewalk over at the old building and going in. So in the daytime.
We're walking into a football game, right?
Yeah.
We got the popcorn in one hand, we got the blanket in another, and we're crossing knees, and then somebody calls you from behind and says, hey, right? That's when we go down. So we've got to practice in a disturbed environment.
You're going against everything that some folks are saying.
That's so true.
I see what you're saying. So you have to have those stimulus kind of coming at you to really train what you're trying to train, which is that stimulus of the, what is it called again?
Fast twitch.
Fast twitch muscle fiber.
First time I've ever heard that. Okay, so what should we do right? If those are the things we're doing wrong, what should we be doing right?
So remember this. So FAST, that's your acronym, all right? So F stands for do movements fast.
Okay.
So quickly, think about dancing. We do the waltz, you know, at somebody's wedding. It's slow, right? 4 steps.
Right.
Think about the foxtrot instead. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow.
Okay.
Quick, quick, slow. Much better. So it doesn't have to be high impact, and it only has to last a couple of minutes. So can I have you demonstrate?
Yes.
I'm going to take your shoes off.
I'm going to take the heels off for this.
So if you're doing this at home, you don't have to be dressed any specific way.
We're proving it right now.
So what you're going to do is I'm going to have you go here, forward and back, and move to the side. But I want you to do that as quickly as you can, moving down.
Right.
So forward, back, and move to the side.
This reminds me of like what you would do in like football, or maybe PE classes
and then come back,
something.
right? Yes. This time when you go down that way, start with your left foot, right? Because you love the right. I
do.
That's important too, because you have to balance both sides, don't you?
That's right, because that may be the one she's more likely to go down on when she hits the ice on that left one. Yes.
If you're not ready for it, boom, you're down.
So that's fast, all right?
That's fast.
So now we're talking A is for anaerobic, which means strength training. Right? We're going to work those anaerobic muscles. So what I want you to do is to come down, you're going to do a bent over row.
Okay.
So imagine if you're at home, it doesn't have to be heavy. Go in and grab some soup cans. You can do this with us. So you're going to go up and down. But what's even better is do a little power and then come down. Little power and then come down. Your turn. I'm watching you, sister.
So you're pulling it fast. Okay.
You are.
Okay.
Weights on her heels. She's got great form. She knows what she's doing.
Back in the day, I used to do some weight
training.
Today is the day.
But today is the day
to revisit all of that.
Now, you mentioned soup cans or bottles of water like this, but you also mentioned about the weights earlier too.
So he was listening. We're going to go a little bit heavier.
So what else would we be able to use for something like this then?
So you use dumbbells. Dumbbells would be great.
Get the dumbbells. Any particular weight in particular?
Or go to the gym and get on a machine. And I'm going to be demonstrating that this afternoon at Ames Fitness Center.
Okay.
about how to use those muscles. So you want to reach fatigue, that's important, and you want to go just a little heavier. So you're fatiguing by at least 12, if not 15 repetitions.
All right, so if you're not fatiguing by that point, that's not heavy enough.
Exactly.
And then, but as you do it, I'm sure you're going to get stronger and stronger, so you need to increase the weights as you go along.
Yep, because that'll always be your benchmark. And that's why if you said to me, how much weight should I lift? I don't know that. So the benchmark is, can you do more than 12 or 15? It's probably too light. So let's change
it. Now, what about the S?
All right, so the S and the T kind of go together. So the S is the surface. So if you're always doing a surface that's really flat, predictable, and level,
right,
that's not when we fall, right? It's when we're walking on these leafy paths and there's a tree root in the way. So we need to be prepared for it. So one of the ways you can create it is what you're doing right now. We had to take your shoes off.
Right.
So if you had flat tennis shoes on, I'm more stable than both of you, right? So now you're barefoot. We could also put you on a mat and have you do that. But let me show you this.
Okay.
So now T is for trouble. Okay, so you need to exercise with trouble, right? And that's not pointed at either one of you. All right, so now you're stable, but a little less so because you've got a staggered stance, right? So I can have you stand right there, but even better is, I'm going to walk around you and I'm going to kind of move here and kind of interrupt you and disrupt you.
So you are going to be trouble.
Yeah, I'm total trouble. And then I'm going to kind of go here.
Kind of press on it, see if you can stay steady.
Yeah, because that too, is much more disruptive than dark, quiet room and you're practicing that tree pose or that, it's not really like life. So it's a good start, but then you got to progress and do some of this every once in a while.
Incorporate some other things like fast into your life. And you also have a book, Deborah, that we want to talk about this morning.
Explain what this is all about.
So this is You Still Got It, Girl, the After 50 Fitness Formula for Women. So it really talks about not just exercise, but how nutrition, how stress, how sleep, and those hormones are all affected.
Yeah.
And they're each pointing arrows at each other. So it's an integrated piece. If you're not sleeping, some of this agility and balance work is going to be really hard because we operate like we're drunk if we missed even 2 hours of sleep, which isn't that hard. If we shortchange ourselves by an hour at night, we're getting up a little hour early. You don't do that, you guys.
We're getting up way early anyway. But I'm glad you mentioned that because we mentioned it a couple of times that this weekend is when the clocks are going to be adjusted. And people always mention about clocks, and when they adjust, it takes a while to get acclimated.
So it does, but at least we're going in the right direction, right? So we're going to get an hour if we're using that hour wisely. And heart attack risk goes down. Did you know that? After the change.
No, I didn't realize this time around. Okay.
Because we might get a little bit more
Now,
sleep.
you mentioned Ames, that you're going to be somewhere in Ames. Explain what that is all about.
I'm going to be at Ames Fitness Center, and we're going to do a demonstration from 3 to 4, showing how to use either machine weights or free weights to lift heavier safely, and how to do some agility exercises to really work on that fast twitch muscle fiber. So as we go into winter, we're all going to be a little bit safer. And here's the thing to remember. If you're thinking, I'm a little vulnerable, I don't know if I can do balance or move fast without falling, try doing it in the water when you start.
Absolutely, yeah. To be supported in another way, but still working those muscles.
And the fast twitch muscle is what you're talking about. I think two of the takeaways we have from here that stood out, at least on our part, would be number one, heavier weights, and then explosive. Explosive response to those weights.
Move quick.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
If people want to learn more, where should they go?
They can go to flipping50.com. It's all words spelled out, no spaces. And you can reach me through that site.
Okay, wonderful.
Great resources.
Well, and also showing us this morning, you don't need a gym, although I know you're heading there later on today to show different activities to amp it up a little bit. But if you want to put some tape on the floor,
just put tape,
or grab
duct
super
tape is
water
all you
bottles,
need.
so you're able to make a difference at home this morning simply by this wonderful advice you're giving us. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
This
Thanks for
morning.
playing.
Oh, absolutely. I feel better
nice
already.
to meet you.
I'm ready to attack the world.
We're ready to go.
Let's do this.